And hello, YouTube. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, Twitter, Periscope. Hello, Facebook. We are live. It is time for the Freedom Friday live stream. It is Friday the 13th, but you know what? I don't believe in luck. I believe everything we have to be successful is within us. I don't believe we're born unworthy sinners. I don't believe we're born losers. We are born winners. And the real struggle is to keep it that way, to unleash the prosperity within you, to unleash the creativity within you. It's not external. Realizing that it's within you and allowing it to flourish, allowing it to manifest in your life. So thank you for being here today. Listen, things around us are a little crazy right now, right? And my shirt right now says, what does the word freedom mean to you? It's the first question I ask everyone on my podcast. And you know what? In the midst of all the craziness that's going on around us with coronavirus and everything else, you know what freedom means to me? Freedom means that I am absolutely the guardian of my mind, that my mind is a fortress. And so I control what I let into my mind, because as I've said before on this show, thoughts fuel your emotions, which fuel your actions, which fuel your results. And so it's so easy to allow thoughts of panic, thoughts of hysteria, thoughts about, am I going to get sick next? What are we going to do? What's Trump doing? What's Pelosi doing? Oh my gosh, what's Tom Hanks doing? All these things that have no bearing on the outcomes we want for our life. We allow those thoughts in, they fuel our emotions, and we become addicted to that cortisol, that stress hormone. We become addicted to it. And so we panic about the panic, and we can't get enough. And we got to look at our Twitter feeds and Facebook feeds to see what's going on. What can I get angry about today? What is the latest hysteria? And so we allow those emotions to fuel our actions. In many cases, the actions are, I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be depressed about what's coming. Economically, physically, with the illness, whatever happens, what's Trump doing? What's Pelosi doing? I'm going to get so angry. And we allow all the hysteria that's fueling around us, the media, the social media, the celebrity news, whatever it is, the partisan politics, to influence our results. And garbage thoughts in equal garbage results out. So start guarding what you let into your mind. Put down the phone. You don't need to know about every case and every death that happens with coronavirus. Go about your life. Be safe in doing it. But if you're in the quarantine, listen, I'm sitting right here in my home office broadcasting to thousands of people. Be safe, but keep moving forward. And so I'm going to continue to broadcast this message to remain calm in the storm. Because as I've said before, and I will repeat every single day, the simple message: your world only stops spinning if you let it. Your world only stops spinning if you let it. I was just talking to my neighbor yesterday. You know what? He sells tractors. He said, I'm going to continue to sell tractors until they tell me I got to go home. What choice do we have? We can curl up in the fetal position, allow the hysteria to fuel our stress hormones, which will fuel results that get us nothing. That's how we contribute to the collective consciousness that moves us into economic peril. The collective consciousness that moves us toward a lack of health, which we're going to talk about in today's episode. So remain calm in the storm, and we're going to talk about today how you can do that. Now, today's episode is brought to you by my upcoming Freedom Lifestyle webinar. Now more than ever, it's important to re-examine the freedom or lack thereof that you have in your life. If you are sitting here worried for maybe the third time in the last 2 decades, right? 9/11, the financial meltdown of 2007, 2008, and now. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in this job, this toxic job that I put up with because I feel like I'm secure. And right now you're realizing that that security was an illusion. Your freedom was an illusion. Now might be a good time to re-examine the freedom you have in your life. Allow some creative destruction to take hold. Destroy the toxic job and lifestyle you had before and allow freedom to take hold. Use this as an opportunity. Don't just hunker down and wait for the next crisis to hit. Re-examine your life. It's time to build freedom and fulfillment. And if you want to do just that, click the link in the post. Join my Freedom Lifestyle webinar. It's next Wednesday, March 18th at noon Eastern. Join that webinar. I'm going to give you actionable steps you can use to build that life of freedom and fulfillment, to define the lifestyle you desire and deserve, to define it. That is step one. And then to unleash your superpowers, reverse engineer that vision so that every year, every month, every week, every day, you know the key outcomes you need to achieve to move toward your vision. It's time for you to stop spending your life waiting and to start spending it living each and every day in a life of freedom and fulfillment. Click the link in the post. Join my webinar next Wednesday, March 18th at noon Eastern. So before we get into it today, I want to welcome you all. I'm so grateful you're joining me here today. Again, we are going to try to remain the calm in the storm. It's not just about motivation. It's not just about a positive mindset. It's about allowing only those thoughts that move you toward your desired outcomes. There's a lot of crap swirling around, and if you let it into your brain, it will keep you down. So thank you for joining us. And as you join us, listen, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. Number one, click the like button. If you're watching this, click the like button, the heart button, the share button, whatever it is. Let's expand this message. There's enough messages of people yelling at one another on social media about what Trump and Pelosi did. There's enough messages of hysteria. Oh my gosh, Tom Hanks has coronavirus. That means I can get it and die. There's enough of that. Let's remain the calm in the storm. And you can help doing that by sharing this message today. Click like, click the share button, and also hop in, comment. Let us know your name, your town, where in the world you're joining us from. And as you join us, let us know your big wins for the week, because here's the deal. I don't just want you to survive this current crisis. I want you to see it as an opportunity, and it's time to thrive. I don't know about you, but I'm not just going to survive this crisis. I'm going to make 2020 the best year yet. I have no choice. I have a wife. I have 4 kids. We are going to thrive, and I refuse to go into survival mode. I refuse to just kowtow to the hysteria on social media. I refuse to simply just make lemonade out of lemons. I don't like lemonade. I want to crush it. I want to thrive, and I know you do as well. So we got Cletus Young from Tampa, Florida, joining us. Welcome once again, Cletus. Happy Friday. Let's keep this train moving. You got it. Lamar Woods, happy Friday, Lamar, to you as well. What are your big wins for the week, Lamar? Let us know. Joseph Miller, yes, it is truth. We have no choice but to move forward. There are going to be some people who hunker down, who curl in the fetal position, blame it on everyone else. Listen, unless Donald Trump or Nancy Pelosi move into your living room and prevent you from working out, prevent you from building your company, until that happens, tune them out and move forward. Harrison, thank you. I totally agree with you as well. So, as we keep going here today, please continue to jump in. Let us know your name, your town, your city, your state, your comments, your agreements, your disagreements, where in the world you're joining us from. And we'll continue to go back, give shout outs to everyone joining us today. Again, now more than ever, you need that sense of freedom in your life. So I urge you, today's episode is brought to you by the Freedom Lifestyle webinar. I'm going to conduct it live. I will be there March 18th at noon Eastern. Click the link in the post and register. So yes, things are crazy out there right now with coronavirus and the partisan politics and things that are going on and quarantines, and they're shutting down events. But I don't know about you, but I intend not just to survive, but to thrive this year. So how do you do that? How do you keep your head when everyone is losing their heads around you? Like Rudyard Kipling wrote in his famous poem, If. Well, I want to share this Teddy Roosevelt quote, and I'm going to continue to share this every day. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Do what you can with what you have wherever you are." Do what you can with what you have wherever you are. This is about focusing on what you can control. I don't know about you, but I can't control whether or not politicians in Washington, D.C. pass a payroll tax. I can't do it. I can sit here and get angry about if they pass it or don't pass it or what they're saying on the floor of Congress, but I can't control it. So why do I have to pay attention to every tweet, every Facebook message, and every news story about it? I can't control it. What I can control are the inputs in my day that move me toward the outcomes I want to achieve. I can't control what happens to the next celebrity or soccer coach or politician that gets coronavirus. I can't control people in Ohio coming down with the sickness and whether or not they have tests or not. I can't control that. What can I control? I can control the inputs in my day that move me toward the outcomes I desire for my life. So the moral of this story is, and to use Teddy Roosevelt's, do what you can with what you have wherever you are. If you're quarantined in your living room, use what you have to brand. I'm coming to you right now on my laptop in my home office. If they self-quarantine me, I'm going to continue to come to you every single day. If someone takes away forcibly your inputs, come up with other inputs. But in order to do that, you have to have a clearly defined vision for where you want to go and then reverse engineer it to determine your outcomes. But so many people, they try to move toward that vision, and it's like throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And so you have the wrong outcomes, and then you have the wrong inputs, and so you clog your day with inputs that make no sense because they don't lead you on the shortest, straightest, simplest path to your outcomes. And then you claim, I don't have enough time. The government is doing this. I'm quarantined. People 4 states over are being quarantined. And you start to clog your day with bullshit thoughts. You start to clog your day with bullshit inputs, none of which move you toward your outcomes. That's survival mode, folks. Survival mode is when you hunker down and you say, listen, the world is out to get me. You shake your fist at the heavens and you say, why me? There's nothing I can do. I'm going to crawl in the corner. Say, woe is me, and I'm just going to go into defensive mode. And when you do that, I guarantee you will manifest your worst fears. If your worst fear is losing all your money and losing your home, and that translates into actions in which you just hunker down, you're more likely to manifest that ultimate fear. But if instead you use your creative mind with which we were all born, and let's face it, the greatest weapons humans have ever had is our creative mind. Otherwise, we never would have survived in the wild when we went out of our caves and ventured out against the wild beasts, animals much bigger than us. Environmental disasters, war. You know how we got by? It wasn't our brawn. It was our creative minds. And each and every one of you, if you are listening right now, you have immense power. It is between your 2 ears. That is where you find ultimate freedom. And if you allow that to flow instead of hunkering down and going into defensive mode, if you say, I am going to thrive and I'm going to allow my creative mind to figure out the inputs to get me toward the outcomes I desire. And you know what? If I'm not getting toward those outcomes, I'm going to shit can my inputs, and I'm going to find new ones by looking at my desired outcomes, reverse engineering them. I don't care if you're quarantined for 4 months. I don't care if you're told to work remotely. You know what? If you lose your job, define a new outcome, reverse engineer it. Find the inputs to get you where you want to go. Because once again, if you allow bullshit thoughts to pollute you, they will manifest themselves in bullshit emotions. And your actions will stem from those, and you will get bullshit results. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready to thrive in 2020, and I know you are well. I'd love you to share in your comments here. How are you going to make 2020 not just a survival year? How are you going to make 2020? If you're listening to this via my podcast, email me, Kurt@kurtmercadante.com. Join me on social media. If you're watching this live stream right now, I want you to comment right now, and I want you to let me know how you are going to make 2020 not just a survival year, but how you are going to make 2020 the best year yet. Because that's what it's going to take. That's the kind of mindset it's going to take. It's going to take turning off the news, tuning out the hysteria, focus not just on survival, but on thriving. How are you going to do it? Let me know in the comments, because you deserve to thrive. You don't deserve to go in the corner curl up in the fetal position and just die and go out with a whimper. I don't know about you, but if we're going out, I'm going out swinging. But I don't plan on going out, and I know you don't either. Let me know in the comments. If you're listening to this via my podcast, email me, kurt@kurtmercadante.com. I want to hear your ideas, and I want you to share your ideas on how you are going to thrive, because by sharing them, you will give hope. You will give ideas to others. So let's start a chain of positivity. Let's start a chain of prosperity. Let's start a chain of abundance that will spread and tune out the bullshit and the hysteria and the panic and the anger that is out there right now. It is up to me and it is up to you to do that. It starts right now. So with that, let's give a shout out. Let's go see who's joining us right now. Again, as you join us, let us know your name, your town, your city, your state, where in the world you're joining us from. Lamar Woods, big wins. You put it on an email list and updated the website for your addiction recovery app. Well-needed conversations with girlfriend and family. Reached out to someone with a mature brand for advice. That's it. Some of those big wins involve you helping other people. An addiction recovery app, that is helping other people. And I'm telling you right now, people right now are not just going to be affected by the coronavirus. There are people who might be out of work, who might be hurting, people with addictions who find themselves out of work, people with depression. How can you help those folks? Seniors who are quarantined and can't get to the store, how can you help them? Let's focus on helping other people. And by the way, that doesn't just mean charity. It doesn't just mean doing things for free. When you wake up in the morning and you're selling, sales is about helping other people. And if you have that mindset and figure out, how can I help other people right now, you will thrive. So thank you. Are we going to be proud of what we'll do today? In my case, absolutely, Colin. That is a wonderful mindset. What are your big wins for the week, Colin? Colin's got Spot EV from Montreal, signed a merchant association and joining our negotiations. Awesome. More wins for the week. Let's keep spreading the positivity. Carolyn from Atlanta, hello. What are your big wins for the week? How are you going to thrive in 2020 instead of just survive? Share your thoughts. Let's keep spreading that energy. Lamar from St. Louis. Carolyn, yes. Wonderful. Keep focusing on your outcomes. And if you're not getting there, throw out the inputs, get some new ones. It is that simple. It absolutely is that simple. So let's talk about your health, your mental health and your physical health. Because right now there's a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, you're only concerned about the economy. Your health is more important than work. I 100% agree. And so I'm going to issue a challenge to all you people who are suddenly saying health is more important than work. I want you to prove it. I challenge you to prove it. Do you know over 600,000 people in the United States last year died of heart disease? Over 600,000 people. So don't wait for a coronavirus to come out and say, I value my health over work. Hell, if you're quarantined, I don't want you to sit on the couch. You're more likely to die of heart disease or cancer. So use this as an opportunity to creatively destroy your bad mental and physical health habits. Use this as a reminder. You know, it's not just the elderly and the extreme young that are getting affected by coronavirus. It's people with underlying health issues. I don't know about you, but at this point in time, I'm pretty happy that over the last 10 years, I have gotten my health in order, but it's never too late to start. So if you're one of those people who is using this crisis to suddenly say health is more important than work, yes, I agree with you. It's time to prove it. It's time to stop feeding your body with toxic nutrition. All the extra and refined sugars, all the meat and everything that's chock full of antibiotics. I use the carnivore diet. Find what's right for you, but an anti-inflammatory diet. Some great places to start. Look up Mark Sisson, Primal, marksdailyapple.com, Dr. Andrew Weil, folks who talk about what an anti-inflammatory diet means and about the fact that your body has if you let it, the incredible ability to heal itself. Stop relying simply on the pharmaceutical companies to heal you. Start taking personal responsibility for your health. So yes, health is more important than work. Start proving it. Get your ass off the couch. Creatively destroy your couch potato syndrome and get out and move. You don't have to become a bodybuilder, but get your ass off the couch and go for a walk. Walk in the morning. Go for a walk on your lunch hour. Park a little further away. If you are suddenly quarantined and having to remote work, go out into your neighborhood. Go to a park and walk. You can social distance and go out for a run. Go out for a walk. I have workouts we can do right in our room. So yes, health is more important than work. Prove it. Start fueling your body with better nutrition, an anti-inflammatory diet. Stop that inflammation that starts with what you put in your mouth and can lead to stress, heart disease, and cancer. Get up and move. Get your ass off the couch. Start exercising, moving, walking, whatever it takes. And let's talk about mental health. Use this as an opportunity to prioritize your mental health over work. And if for years you have been in a toxic job or a toxic workplace, but you put up with it because you think it gives you a sense of security, how secure are you feeling now? Use this as an opportunity to creatively destroy your toxic career and your toxic workplace. Define an outcome that you actually want for your life. Define that career you want and use this as an opportunity to reverse engineer it and plot a path to get there. And by the way, if you need help getting there, if you're watching this live, click the link in the post. If not, email me, kurt@kurtmercadante.com. I can help you get there. Go to 5pillarsoffreedom.com right now. Pick up my book. That's what it's about. The 5 pillars to help you put together that roadmap to get you the life you want. And life has 3 facets: your relationships, your self-care, and your career. Align those 3, but you got to define it first. Use this crisis as an opportunity, not an excuse, but an opportunity to creatively destroy your toxic career, your toxic workplace, your toxic health habits, mental and physical, and replace it by prioritizing those activities, those behaviors, those habits that give you the freedom and fulfillment you deserve. So before we move on to the next topic, let's see who's joining us right now. Again, as you join us, let us know your name, your town, your city, your state, your comments, your agreements, your disagreements. Click. If you're watching this now, even if you're joining the archive version of this, I challenge you right now. I urge you, stop what you're doing. Click the like button or the heart button. Click the share button. Let's spread this message of how to be the calm in the storm of the bullshit and the hysteria and the panic that's going on right now. You can be the calm in the storm by sharing this message. So thank you for joining us today. Marianne, intermittent fasting is a wonderful way to do it. Absolutely. I do that 16/8 throughout the week. Yes, going to the gym still, doing trails, making smoothies, eating healthy. That's it, Carolyn. Keep spreading that message. Dr. Alex Jones from Dubai. Welcome, Alex. Dr. Jones, thank you. Dr. Jones, how are you going to thrive this year and not just survive through the current crisis? Let us know. Michael Evans, Florence, South Carolina. Are you going to thrive this year or just survive? And how are you going to do it? Cletus Young, keep focusing on small wins and efforts of winning the war. You bet. You bet. The war is won by winning battles across the board. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Whether you're joining us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter, Periscope, on Facebook, I'm so glad you're here again. If you don't have the freedom and fulfillment you deserve in your life, click the link in the post. Register for my Freedom Lifestyle webinar, March 18th at noon Eastern. Jump in. We're going to give you the pillars, the 5 pillars of the freedom lifestyle that you need to get into that life you deserve. If you know people in your life, in your network, who you need a dose of energy, of positive energy, who need to be the calm in the storm, Like this post right now as you watch it, whether you're watching it live or archive. Comment, share this post. It starts with us. Let's start a chain of positive energy that drowns out the hysteria, the panic, the partisan politics, the negativity. It starts with me and it starts with you. Matt Walsh, shout out. Hello, Matt. How are you going to thrive in 2020 and not just survive? Let us know in the comments below. So next topic. How do I remain the calm in the storm? Well, it starts every single morning, and I didn't just start this now. Don't just use crises as a way to start something and then stop it. I remain calm in the storm every single day by protecting my center, and it starts by getting up in the dark before my kids wake up, before my wife wakes up, before I check my email, before I check my phone. It starts with sitting in the quiet and the still and reminding myself that I have prosperity and abundance and energy and love within me. I think about all the things I'm grateful for. I focus on my body and the fact that I am healed. I'm present. And I meditate on that for somewhere between 15 and 45 minutes. And you might say, well, I don't have time to do that. If you don't have time to protect your center, if you don't have time for the quiet in the still, then again, the results you get are going to stem from the thoughts you have starting first thing in the morning. Garbage thoughts in, garbage results out. So it starts off every morning in the quiet and still. And after I meditate, I practice my affirmations and I say them out loud, not only in the morning. I say them as I do my breathing exercises. I say them as I work out. I say them and I stop throughout the day to stop what I'm doing, be present, and recite my affirmations. The affirmations are simple. Number 1, I am energy. Number 2, I am love. Number 3, I am gratitude. Number 4, I am joy. Number 5, I am patience. And number 5, I am detached. It starts with I am energy because all of us are energy manifested into matter. And you know what? The law of thermodynamics holds that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And so when I know that I am energy, when you know that you are energy, which is a basic fact, energy cannot be created nor destroyed no matter what happens in the world with the hysteria and the panic that's going on. We will not be destroyed. We realize that we are consciousness. We are energy. We are more than just our physical body. And when you know that, you protect your center. Remind yourself that you are energy. And also, when you increase your energy vibrations, it helps those people around you. So if you allow your energy to drop, if you give off those shitty vibes, it's not a victimless crime. You're bringing down everyone around you. Firing up your energy first thing in the morning and throughout the day is important to protecting your mental health, but also your physical health. So I am energy. That is the first of my affirmations. Number 2, I am love. And I remind myself that everything I do throughout the day stems from love. If it didn't, I would have stayed in the PR and ad agency that was toxic, that I hated. I would have prioritized my 7-figure income over love because everything I do, I don't have to join you on this podcast. I don't have to join you on this live stream. I could have made a lot more money doing what I was doing, but I do this out of love for you. I do it out of love for myself because it fulfills me. Everything I do, when I recite, I am love, I think of the faces of my wife, my kids, the people around me. How can you spread love today? And if that sounds too foo-foo to you, then again, garbage thoughts in, garbage results out. You know, over the last year, I've had the benefit of interviewing some of the top sales trainers in the world, and they will tell you that sales is about helping other people. Yes, it's about love. I am love, and so are you. Number 3, I am gratitude. It's not just grateful for the material goods. It's a sense of gratitude for being here, a sense of gratitude for realizing that I have the energy. I believe in God, that I have the energy of God within me. I'm grateful that my actions led me to my wife, to my kids, to a job that fulfills me. Be grateful for what you have right in front of you. If you only have $2 to your name, be grateful for those $2 and realize that prosperity is within you. That's how you start to multiply those dollars rather than saying, I lack something. Say, I have something and be grateful for it. I am gratitude and so are you. Next, I am joy. Start your day with a sense of joy. And as you recite that, smile. It will increase the energy vibrations. You go into the day with a sense of joy. You spread it around you. That's how joy comes back to you. What are you going to do today that makes you joyful? And if you start your day with thoughts of joy, that will lead you to make decisions that give you actions, that bring you to actions that give you joy. So I am joy and so are you. My next affirmation is I am patience. You can be aggressive and patient at the same time. The Chinese have a term, wu wei, which means unattached action. You don't just stand there and wait for things to come to you. As they say, you move your feet. You're active, but you don't become so obsessed with it. So you take action, which leads me to the next affirmation, which is detached. You can become outcomes focused, do what you need to do, but don't become obsessed with the results. Let's use the current situation. I'm a paid speaker. I have events, paid gigs that are being canceled. I could get mad at the world for that, but there's nothing I can do to control those results. All I can do is focus on my outcomes. And if I'm not getting the right outcomes, I change up the inputs. So I'm looking to book virtual trainings, virtual speeches. I'm booking speeches into next year. Don't become so obsessed and attached to the results that you shake your fist. The coronavirus is out to get me. The government is out to get me because they're quarantining. No one's out to get you. Focus on what you can do and become detached with the results. Don't become so obsessed with them. So that's the 6-step affirmation I use every day to stay centered in the storm. What are your affirmations that you use every day? And again, it starts in the morning, that quiet, still time. If you don't spend that time every day, could be first thing in the morning, could be right before you go to bed at night, then it's going to be harder to remain calm in the storm, to protect your center. And it's become easier to get caught up in the whirlwind of hysteria and panic. That's the process I use. So I want to thank all of you for joining me this morning. Listen, if you're watching this in the archived version, again, click like, share this. Let's all join together to be the calm in the storm. It starts with us. Let's spread positivity. Let's spread abundance. Let's spread positivity or prosperity. I'll repeat positivity twice. It's that important. But remember that Teddy Roosevelt quote, do what you can with what you have wherever you are. Let's plan on thriving in 2020 and not just surviving. What are you going to do? Write it in the comments. Share in the comments whether you're joining us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me. I am grateful for you. What are you grateful for today? Thank you.